Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Ryker here. Today I'm gonna ride around real quick. I'm gonna do a Walmart run real quick, get a couple of things, but I wanted to go ahead and test out the MadStad windshield that I just put in. And this is the 18-inch clear windshield. I've been waiting for this one for a little while, and I'll talk to you about my experience with MadStad coming right up. Okay, so this is the 18-inch clear windshield that I got from MadStad. Originally I had ordered the 20-inch, and when you see the install video where my daughter and my niece helped out, that was the 20-inch. So this is going to be the 18-inch, which to me fits just right, because I am able to, you might be seeing through the windshield, but I'm able to see this much over the windshield. This is where my eyesight is. So ordered the 20-inch windshield after going on their website, talking to these guys. Ordered the 20-inch windshield because that's what it said would be the right fit for me. And of course, you know, they all mention that it is a guesstimate anyway. They don't know the actuality of it. So I got the 20-inch, and the problem with the 20-inch was that the windshield at its lowest position, this is at its lowest position and raked all the way forward, was just cutting between my eyesight, and I just wasn't finding that comfortable, because, you know, I'm not used to windshields. Most of the bikes I've had, I have had no windshields, or the windshields are so out of the way. Like my last sport touring bike that I had, the windshield was out of the way where I didn't even notice the windshield. So this is the first time where I'm having a windshield which is coming up this high, and the 20-inch at the slowest position was just cutting right, you know, it was just in my line of sight. And I was like, oh geez, now I have to lift it up slightly and look through the windshield, and I really don't want to look through the windshield unless I, you know, must. But it's almost like I'm between sizes. Like 20 is just slightly larger, and 18, you know, could have done with a 19-inch, I guess. If they had a 19-inch windshield, that would have been ideal. But the reason why I got 18 was, number one, because of how the size is just perfect for me, and number two, I got lucky, unlucky and lucky at the same time. What happened was the 20-inch windshield came in with some design flaws. Looks like it was in production. And when I emailed them the pictures and the video, MadStad, and they mentioned to me that this is something that was missed, or something that wasn't done right during the molding process. Because as you know, MadStad, you have to wait about anywhere from 10 to 15 days before you can get your windshield, because they make it to order. So I waited a couple of weeks to get the windshield, open it up, and immediately noticed there were these swirly marks and wavy marks on the windshield, and you could clearly see them. And they mentioned that there was a fault in the when they were molding the shield, and it sometimes happens. I'm like, okay, well, you know, I lost 2 weeks, now I'm gonna have to wait 2 more weeks. So I said, well, let me take this opportunity and order a size smaller, and they said, yeah, you can do that. So I went ahead with the 18. I still have the 20-inch, but it's no use to me because it's got all these marks on there, and it just doesn't. Plus, to be honest with you, the 20-inch looks quite large on the Ryker. This thing does not look very bad, and it does block the wind quite nicely. There is a little bit of, you know, the air is hitting me on the top of my helmet, but it is much more quieter than the factory windshield that I purchased from BRP. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be going back to that windshield. That's certain. That windshield is almost it's shaped like the letter A, kind of, you know. So if you look at it, it's got the A shape, and if you play video games at all, and you know, there's a game called Assassin's Creed. That's what the shape looks like, is the logo of the Assassin's Creed. But anyway, so it's more like an A type shape, and there's a lot of air hitting you in the shoulders, because up here you have it just the way it is. It's a little bit shorter as well. This is a little bit taller. This is 18 inches, and so the shape it kind of cuts down like this, and then you have all this area where this is squared off, and you have all this area hitting your shoulder with the regular windshield, but not this one. So this one is blocking the wind nicely, especially from down here as well. From down here is blocking the wind nice. I'm not getting the wind in my lower stomach to, you know, upper thigh area, whereas in the other one the wind would be hitting you a lot more in those areas. Of course, it's not 100% blocking, because around your legs you don't have you know, any blockage of wind. So yeah, so this is definitely a little quieter. I'll do like a highway test next time I'm riding on the highway, and next time I'm going to work or going for a ride. We do have a ride coming up this weekend, so it'll be a good test over there. Going at about 40 to 50 miles an hour, I can tell that the helmet, it is kind of hitting me on the helmet up top a little bit. If I raise this by another half an inch to an inch, I think that'll be it. That'll make it quiet. But right now, so far my first impressions are excellent. This is one hell of a windshield. I mean, I'm sure there are other companies that are just as good. It's just that I've tried this one, and anything you try which is more squarish like this, covers a wider area, of course it'll block the wind more and it will be better. So yeah, I do like this so far. It's not bad. With the normal windshield, that BRP that you can buy from BRP, the factory one, not only was it, you know, A-framed, or kind of A-shaped rather, you know, it would come down like that, so you'd have wind, really, you know, almost turbulent wind hitting you on your shoulders. It didn't go as further down, so there would be a lot of wind coming in from this area, because the you know, at its highest setting it would come up to here, A shape, and then it would have this plastic frame right behind it. Like this has this metal frame, it would have a plastic frame where where wind would just come through, gush through. So the coverage of it looked nice. I'm not gonna say it didn't look nice. The BRP one looked really nice, but it was barely any coverage. Not to say that if that's the only one you had to buy or could afford, then yeah, I mean, you know, it did some kind of a decent job. I mean, it is better than zero, let's just put it this way. So yeah, if there's no other choice, you can't buy this one, you don't want to buy this one, you want to stick with factory, then yes, the BRP windshield is better than having no windshield. If you have no windshield, then, you know, you just get fatigued quicker, you'll get tired quicker. So this would be good. I think all I have to do is just raise it higher by just this much, so we're still below my eyesight, but just tall enough where it'll just, the wind would go over the helmet, because right now, if I feel like it's hitting me right at the top of the helmet. So that should be, yeah, that should be that. It's not that bad. I like it. And I went with the clear. Wow, that's a bug. I'm so glad I had my sun visor down because that bug just hit me in the sun visor. Anyway, so I went with the clear one. I'm a little iffy about their coating, like their scratch resistant coating on the windshield, because I have a feeling that these windshields will probably get scratched up quicker. But that, again, that is just me assuming right now, and of course as the time goes by I'll keep updating you guys. But the one thing I can say about the BRP factory windshield is the add-on, factory add-on windshield, is that that thing is super hard coated. I mean, I have been riding with that windshield since day one. So much debris hitting it, bugs hitting it, you know. I've just, you know, sprayed something on there and wiped it off, and there's not a single scratch that is visible to me on that windshield, which is impressive, to be honest with you. So we'll see how this one fares. This cost, the 18-inch windshield, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I think it is about $256 or $265, one of those. So you're looking at about $260-ish on the windshield, and then you'll have to pay shipping if you're getting it directly from MadStad. Now, I went directly with MadStad because I didn't want to deal with Sling Mods. If something like that would have happened, then you just have to go through Sling Mods, and then Sling Mods would have to go through MadStad. So I just went directly to the source. So you'll have to pay for shipping. Keep that in mind. Now, if you go through Sling Mods, you don't have to pay for shipping. You know, in Sling Mods will charge you the same price as MadStad, but they won't charge you shipping. So there's that advantage there. Now, a little hot tip. While I was making a decision on whether to buy from Sling Mods or MadStad, I left the windshield in the cart and I forgot about it. Next day, or I don't even think it was next day, a few hours later, I received an email saying, hey, you forgot your you forgot your item in the cart. Just to help you make your decision, we'll give you a 10% off coupon in the email. So I was like, wow, that was pretty cool. I didn't expect that to happen. And so yeah, so just a little hot tip: if you haven't purchased anything from them, first time buyer, choose what you want, leave it in the cart, and wait for a day or two and see if they email you a discount code. They did that to me, and I'm not sure if that was just because of the coronavirus going on, because of COVID-19 and their business is down or what, but you know, just try it. It doesn't hurt to try it. If you get 10% discount, it becomes cheaper than buying it from Sling Mods, including paying for shipping. I just chose regular shipping, which was 18 bucks or something, and with the 10, I think they give you, the funny thing is, they give you the discount code for 10%, but when I worked it out, it was really odd. It was like 14% code. So I don't know if their code was incorrect or what, but I received more than 10%, and it came out to roughly 14 to 15% discount. So it became cheaper than buying it from Sling Mods, not even paying for shipping. So I went directly with MadStad, because if something goes wrong, then you have to go through Sling Mods, and then Sling Mods does the same thing and goes through MadStad, and then one day emails Sling Mods, then Sling Mod emails. So Sling Mods then becomes a middleman, so therefore I went directly with MadStad. So but their customer service, I will let you know, is excellent. When I was talking on the phone, they knew exactly what I was talking about with my first windshield. They didn't even ask for it back. They told me to keep it or toss it, whatever, because they won't take it back if it's a defective piece. So they wouldn't have any use for it. So I said that makes sense. I mean, I don't have any use for it either, because that thing would just you know, not impair my visibility, but it will cause me issues with the visibility. So I've just put it aside. Plus, for some reason, when I was repacking it, it scratched really easily. So that's another thing why I brought up the coating of the factory BRP one, on how tough that seems and how scratch resistant it is. So that's one thing that I'll tip my hat to on the BRP windshield. So yeah, I'll tell you one thing though, I like the MadStad windshield. It is a little quieter, although I've got it at the lowest position, so I'm pretty sure I have to raise it up a tad bit so the wind can go above my helmet. And I am about 5'9", 5'10", depending on what kind of shoes I wear, you know, stilettos or slippers, or, you know, running shoes. Just kidding. So I'm right between 5'9" and 5'10", and according to their website, you're supposed to get the 20-inch, and the 20-inch for me, it just cut right into my line of sight, and I didn't like that, and I didn't want to raise it up and look through the windshield. I like to look over the windshield, is something that I've noticed. So I went with the 18-inch. Their customer service is excellent, as I was talking about. their customer service agent knew exactly what I was talking about. When I told them about the issue, they told me to try to get any kind of picture. Even if I don't see it, I just need a picture to be able to process your exchange. I said okay, so I sent them a video where I was able to show the flaw, and the customer service agent, you know, within the same day replied back and said, no worries, you know, I see the issue, and they'll send out another one. So I told them to please be careful with the second one, because I do not want any flaws and having to wait again, because this whole process took a month, unfortunately. 15 days first production, 15 days second, including delivery. So yeah, unfortunately it took a little bit longer, but I would say that it was worth the wait, because this windshield is good. I feel like it's pretty cool. I'm gonna test it on the highway. I believe I'll have to raise it up a little bit, but I think I'm gonna keep the rake where it is for now and see how it goes. So yeah, I'm so far pretty happy with it, and I'll bring you a video when I'm on the highway next, and we'll go over that and see how that went. So guys, I appreciate you joining me. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and until next time, be safe.